Inspired by it.
Motivation.
Inspired by AQ.
Motivation.
Inspired by motivation. Inspired.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We back at it again with another Talks with AQ podcast episode. It has been a while, but we're here at it again with Inspired by AQ, motivation through life experiences. We have a special guest today, if you didn't know, and I'm just gonna go ahead and introduce him. Let me go ahead and play this lo-fi music right behind me, because why not keep the music pumping, keep the music going, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to introduce the one and only, the kid, okay, but formerly known as that, but he also goes by Aleek Reed, a former actor, singer, musician, rapper, all of the above, poet, spoken word artist, everything in between. Please make a round of applause for the legend. All right, man. How's it going today, man? How's it going?
It's going pretty good, pretty productive. Just staying upbeat, you know what I'm saying, so I can stay on the grind, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I feel that, man. Let's just get right into it, man. How did you come up with the name The Kid? Where did that come from? And do you still go by that now? Like, what's going on?
Well, now I go by TKF because there's
all right.
There's a whole thing I'm really trying to do in terms of the brand I used to follow, because when I was the kid, I feel like the kid was more so rap associated, and I didn't really like just being a one lane Jane. So a TKF will give me the space to
TKF. Okay, what is
follow into more genres. It actually stands for The Kid and Friends, but that's because I don't want to give it all away without any I ain't got nothing out to like show
not too much.
You know what I'm saying? But actually, The Kid comes from. It's so crazy because when I was in elementary school, like first trying to rap, like The Kid wasn't even a thing. Like I used to go by A-Beezy, like A-Beezy, bro. But it got to a certain point where I was starting to put music out on YouTube and not YouTube, but like Facebook and stuff like that. And I was just like, A-Beezy's not hitting it. Chris Brown already out here, you know what I'm saying? Chris Breezy. I don't want to seem like a thief. So let me try to do something else. So I don't know. I was just sitting there and I'm like, what can I do with my name? And it's just like, I don't know. I've always thought of myself as a kid, and then I don't know. I had a longer name. It was like Aleek the Kid or something like that. And then somebody told me to just take the leak out. You know what I'm saying? Just be the kid. Okay. And I was like, yeah, that sounds kind of good to me. And then ever since I've been rocking and rolling.
For sure. I know as artists, you go through like hundreds of names till you find like the ideal one. And they could always change.
It's just like gamer tags, bro.
Like gamer tags for sure. Like, all right, let me pay $5, change my name again. Okay. Let me go by my real name now. Like, oh, we're here now. Like, okay. Just know I'm all of those.
Yeah.
All right, this moves me toward, we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty already. Why did you take your music off? I noticed, man. I used to listen to this one song like on repeat. It was on my playlist. It came on. It was that man. Cause I'm rolling through your city. Cause I'm that man. Like, wait a second. I noticed it was off my playlist. I was a little hurt, but I was like, "Hey, what happened?"
Nah, that man definitely has a special place in my heart. I ain't gonna lie, but when it comes to having my music off of like platforms, it's kind of a bittersweet type of thing. But the last team of people that I was working with, there was so much like miscommunication business wise. Right. And it ended up being where I didn't have any type of ownership of the music I was putting out. And I didn't really like that setup. So I really had to take it down. I've been in the midst of trying to put it all back up. But every time I do, I just start to think about the process of how I want to do it. But I got to realize I'm thinking too much and just throw it back out there. You know what I'm saying? It was already out.
Right. Okay. Dang, wow.
That's crazy. I ain't think, but see, that's my problem though. I be thinking nobody noticed that I take it off. That's my biggest problem, bro. I'm like, I took this down, and you know what I'm saying? We gonna get right back. But then there's people out there like you, like, what are you doing to my playlist, bro?
What are you doing, man? You ruined it. That's not what I asked for. Damn it. Like, man, I was like, hey, what happened? Oh man, creative differences. Let's get a little bit into, you know, that your artist journey though. Like, so walk us through like how you started, you know, with recording the journey. I'd say the beginning, the roots, and just all through that. You know, take us on a trip. What's the story?
All right, so imagine I was just playing. I ain't gonna give you a whole story like that, but for me,
time.
yeah, I was really about to. But for me now, being a kid who like grew up in choir and fine arts and all that stuff, like that eventually led me to going to Piedmont College where we met up. But like before that, because honestly, Piedmont College is where like I got my first like recording experience ever, because that was the first time somebody was like, "Hey, come on, let's go. We need to take you to the studio." Right. But like when I was a kid, once it was like one time, my dad took me to the studio because we had this family member who he had a studio in his house because he was rich or something. It was weird. But we went over there, and then they just asked me to sing a song, and I didn't have no songs made. I mean, I did, but like I'm like 13. I'm not showing y'all this. Why are we in the studio right now, Dad? What are you doing?
What are we doing here?
So I sung like some song, and it just sounded awful. It sounded so bad. But it didn't sound bad. I could just hear myself and hear how I wasn't using the fundamentals that I knew or whatever. And so after that, like my dad was just like, "Hey, it don't sound good. You sure you want to do this? Like, you sure you really want to do this for real?" And I'm like, I mean, that was my first time. I mean, I didn't expect to be great, but I didn't expect to be that. But next time I go in there, we're gonna see what happens. So later on in life, go to Piedmont, and you know how we do. We just rapping, just singing with people just because we like doing it.
Right.
And I ended up meeting people like Sadell and just like a bunch of people there. So they really started to hype me up and give me more hype and make me believe in like my flow and stuff like that. So I began to save up money, and like there were times where other people like just paid for studio time, and then we just started going crazy. But even still in those moments, I only put like 2 songs out and stuff like that because my recording experience, it was still rookie level. Like I knew how to go in and lay a song, but I was still in the mindset where I was going and doing everything one take. Yeah. Like, so I'm in there making songs that are like good, but they're not quality. They're just like demos basically. And I'm thinking, because I'm making these demos, I've never done that before. I'm like, this is heat.
This is heat.
How you gonna tell me this not heat? This is the best thing anybody's ever made. And then I go back and listen to it, and I'm like, why can't I hear what words I just said? You know, it's like why these harmonies not mixing? Because why they sound like noise? And so after that whole experience, I went to Maine, but Maine is where I truly learned how to find the way that I like to record, because I'm realizing more and more that I'm a punch record type of person. Like, no matter how many lines, no matter how many audio tracks we got to make, it can be 97. This song is going to sound crisp and clear. Like they need to hear every word, every harmony, and they need to be mixed properly, all that. But before I was just doing 4 takes, and I was just like, we're good. This is the best song. Done. So going to Maine, meeting people like the team that I had, like we may not have worked out business wise, but creatively, that was like, we were peanut butter, jelly, and milk. You know what I'm saying? Like unstoppable. This but what I'm trying to get to is just we had more focus because we were having more fun. Like it was times where I would sing something, and then they would be like, I don't know what is missing, but you need to do it again. And then I would be able to come from a choral background and explain that, oh, I just staccato that instead of like holding it out, or you know what I'm saying? So it was just like it was a learning experience for all of us. And that learning experience allowed us to focus more on the craft. And like doing that, that's why I learned to punch. That's why I learned to stack. That's why I learned to make 3 vocals and like do mixing stuff so that like it sounds all around and not just on 2 sides, you know what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
So after that, well, that's why I'm glad like that I've been hesitant with the music that I have put out, because some people think I only got like those 13, 15 songs that I put out. Like, no,
the only
we got a whole encyclopedia of songs over
Cardi
here.
we trust.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that I'm very hesitant with my songs because I needed all that experience. So when I get to the point of being consistent, like all my music can be of that quality. Because if I'm just putting out all the one takes that I did when I was in college, because people was excited for me, we wouldn't have went nowhere.
For sure, we're not going nowhere. All right, this moves us on to, what did you do during COVID?
During COVID, so when COVID first happened, I was in Maine. Okay. And then I was like, this is quite insane. You know what I'm saying? Because like, what if it really go down bad? Like, what if it's one of those like a siren throughout the city situation, stay in your homes, do not leave. Stuff. Like, so I got too much anxiety to be in Maine, you know what I'm saying? Because no diss to Maine, ain't no slander to nothing, no race, nothing. It's just I'm alone with too many white people. If it go down bad, that's what my mind is thinking. And I love all the people that I'm surrounded by, but like just in general, like I ain't got no family here, no people here, nothing. So when COVID happened, I was like, I'm gonna give my lease up. I'm gonna tell this job I'll be back at another point in time, but I'm going home because I want to at least have my people turn to zombies and stuff, or start dying and be around them. Like, because if y'all start dying, where I'm gonna go? Like, what I'm gonna do? So, I went back home, and then I stayed for about like a year. I don't know, but I was pretty much home and in Maine during COVID. But when we were supposed to be quarantined, I was back home.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
But also during COVID though, like that COVID gave me the chance to realize that I really don't like people, but not in the sense of like hating anybody. It's just in the sense of like I've been generically just out here being a bot, like just taking any human being who say words to me. You know what I'm saying? Talking to letting anybody like give energy to me, talk to me about stuff that I don't even care about. I just know they want to talk, so I'm letting them talk. Like a lot of stuff, a lot of energy that I've been giving out and allowing myself to be drained by thinking that I have to be a nice person. I have to be this person who's so bubbly and kind that I make somebody else feel good. But like sometimes making somebody else feel good, where you think that bag going?
Yeah, where that bag going? Where
you think that bag is going? Like, so it just, I'm glad, I'm happy for COVID because it allowed me to see people as they are instead of seeing people as we're all kind of human beings who want the best for this earth. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. So, you went through, your musical journey. You overcame COVID. Now you're here in the present day, living your life. You've changed your artist name. You're about to, as I like to say, elevate. You're going through some type of sort of evolution. You're becoming like a true form. You started as that original Digimon. Now you just digivolve to the next stage. So, man, I've heard a lot of the demos. I've heard a lot of your stuff back in the day. Man, do we have anything cooked up for 2024? Do we got anything that the people should know exclusively that you can give out on this podcast?
Well, actually, nah. Yeah, there's a lot to expect. Like for sure, for me, I wouldn't say I got any songs coming out soon because now that I know I am at the point where I want to release songs, I'm being nitpicky. I'm being flaw heavy. I'm looking for everything because I'm now to the point to where like before the problem for me was it was too busy.
Oh, we have lost him, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he's back.
Oh, nah, somebody was calling me. My bad. But the problem is, for me, it was too business oriented before. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But now it's going to be...
Let's get a little bit into that. You said business oriented? Like what?
Yeah, hold on. Let me make sure this person don't call me again. I hope I don't mess everything up.
You are good. You're good. Now, back to, he's going to come back to us in a few minutes. Business orientation, guys. When it comes to music, it's very important to be knowledgeable of the business behind it, just so that we avoid things such as our music getting copyrighted, losing ownership, owning our masters. It's very important just in that nature, just to know about those things and keep those within our grasps. I know even as me, as a musician, it's very important just to know that I own what's created, but I also am sharing that ownership with the people that I made the songs with. And I think for me personally, that's a very, very important thing. Okay. Just to have a handle on and over. Okay. The kid or his new name, you know what I'm saying? TFK will be back with us again. And I hope I pronounced that right. He will let me know. Gonna wait for him to come back on. There he is. TKF is back. Okay. TKF. Let's go ahead and add him to the stage. All right. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back.
Yo, sorry about that.
We had to go to commercial break real quick. But one thing I kind of talked to our viewers out there. Again, we don't have any viewers in here just yet. But if you catch this, the pre-recorded version after this, please show your love to TKF. He has a lot of knowledge. He's been there. He's done that. He's still doing it. All right. So let's get back to it, my friend. Let me go and turn this music off. We're done night driving. All right. Okay. So you kind of I kind of wanted you to just go a little bit deeper into that business side of things that you kind of learned. Because I know as all artists, we kind of, if you're not in that spectrum of the business side of music, when you first encounter it, kind of gets tough. And if you're with a team, it kind of changes that whole dynamic as well. So just talk a little bit more about that.
So I guess for me, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good. Yeah.
For me, one of the biggest things that I was focused on in terms of my, I want to say, ordeals with the business side of things.
Yeah.
It's mostly been like I never wanted the passion to get lost. Like I remember I had a whole monologue, like me begging to my team. I'm like, look, man, I get that we could do something with this and go crazy, I guess monetarily, but like at the same time, I want to have fun. Like I don't want to get lost in the sauce, doing something I ain't supposed to be doing. Well, not doing what I'm not supposed to be doing, but I'm doing what's not true to me. I don't care about making money. I never have. I never will. Like I'm just trying to. It's all about the experience. Like when will I ever be like able to say, "Oh, I just made music with my friends"? A lot of people don't get to say that. They just got to keep doing what they got to do. But I feel like what the problem is with the business side, everything that's trending, everything that's going off and making it seem like it's easy to do so you can become something, that's being flashed in our face too much. People are losing their sense of like authenticity and like just their sense of wanting to do something that they like. Everybody's doing what's able to be done so we can get these statuses and these titles, and like people have so much to prove, and the business side will take you out of that, especially if you're not ready to do promotion, if you're not ready to do creation for yourself. And with that, I mean like cover art, like even just making merch, like all that stuff. Like you got to be ready to basically become your own CEO. And that's why people don't realize what Kanye was talking about. Like people who are artists need a CEO of them. There's so much that you have to do. Like you have to make sure everything gets done, and then you still have to be a brand, a walking brand yourself. And then on top of that, you got to basically be an actor, because you got to live a life that people think that you live, but really you could be just chilling on the couch eating Cheetos or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to, I don't know, like just being a new artist, when I first started, there was talk of business, but it wasn't enough to like for me to sidetrack my passion. But later on, it's just became this whole Man, see, this is one thing you got to stay away from. I'm glad you made me talk about this.
Yeah.
Later on in life, it became this whole, what am I doing with my music? My music's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Why am I dedicating my life to this? And it's not doing nothing, and everybody can see me doing nothing. Like, what's wrong with that? And that's like, I get that we all get the logic in having that mindset, but what does that mindset do for you? What does that mindset do for your heart? Yeah. You're literally beginning to get to the point to where you're just like, I need results or passion doesn't matter. What?
What?
What? You need, like, you gotta have passion, like, and that's why from this point forward, everything is passion first. Every business will come. If people are addicted to your passion, that's gonna be the business because they want to see the passion in person or the passion just in some way, shape, and form. But if you don't got the passion, if you're just a robot, anybody could be a bot and play this game.
Exactly.
But like literally anybody, everybody, like, I feel like even with like kids in the new generation, bro, I feel like they can point out an industry like playing easy. Like we know why you famous. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all got talent for real. Some of y'all really out here and y'all probably did the grind thing, but we see why you famous. Come on, not knocking you, but we see why you famous.
We know.
And it ain't too many more. It's not too many artists that's getting the recognition they deserve because they have the passion to be as talented as they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, 100%, 100%. It's definitely a huge thing, when it comes to passion versus business. Because on one hand, if you're looking at the business side, you're only doing it for the sake of like, can I get the quick cash flow? Am I going to become that artist that gets the quick cash flow? And then on the other side of that, you're kind of thinking about, am I, doing it for the reason of, what I love and what I enjoy? Music
Come on,
is
dogs.
something that,
Let's go outside.
Either way, you know what I'm saying? Business side, you can earn a lucrative income if you get it this way, or you're trying to make music just to get viral and you're not really worried about, oh, does it have that message? Oh, those things. It's a constant battle. You have to see what artists on like the everyday.
Yeah. Exactly. Every single day, and people don't realize how needed that is. Like, people really think songs is just like, oh, put some lyrics on a beat and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, no,
on a beat. Is it hot? Is it not? What's going on? What? Is that bar lit? Yeah.
Hey, dang! I'm sorry for all these interruptions, but I gotta answer the door real quick. My bad.
All right, you good, bro?
This will be the last one. I'll be back.
Perfectly good, man. Perfectly good.
All right, cool.
Now, as he gets handled with his life things going on there. Again, we are talking about the legendary Aleek Reed right here, man. This is his episode, and it's great to have a great conversation about business and also music. Okay, music is sometimes what we like to call as a very deceptive kind of thing, because it's either you're gonna do really well with it, or you're not going to do well at all. It's very subjective. And because music is so watered down these days, people sometimes don't really care about their local artist that does well. And listen here, guys, if you like what this artist here today has talked about or discussed within his journey, his life, please be sure to go ahead and just give some love to him, on his music in the comments, man. And we'll be sure to share a link down below that you can follow him and stay connected with whatever he drops content-wise, whether it be music, whether it be anything that's involved in that. Okay, it's very important that we support our local artists, musicians, actors, creative minds, because they put so much work into what they do. And they don't really get compensated the way they should be, but they should be, because it means a million, okay? This is what matters the most. And if you can, definitely show your love to those kinds of people, the creatives, the content creators, the musicians, the artists, the painters, the bloggers, everyone out there who's grinding. Give them love, man. Give them love. That's what we hear. Inspired by AQ, we give love, man. Talks with AQ, we give love. We give support to all of our people that work hard for what they want and are dreamers. I'm gonna lie to you. I went to a Dave Chappelle show the other day. I saw Dave Chappelle live, and he was talking about the dreamers. It was such an amazing and inspirational experience that, I kind of just had to share real quick. That we essentially are people that are dreaming, man. We are always dreaming. Our lives are dreams, and we want to make a dream happen. There's never a time where a dream shouldn't happen, because you definitely got to put your all into that dream. If you say you can't do something or you can't do that dream, it will not happen. It will not exist for you or anyone. It's very important just to give your all at the end of the day. And music is one of those things that, even as you analyze it from the beginning, the grassroots, when artists had to struggle, to get their music out there, getting their tapes to the A&R, getting their tapes to the local DJ, and even the current day, you're trying to get your music in front of someone's eyes that's on social media, whether that be on IG or TikTok or even YouTube. It's continuously a grind. It's always been a grind. Even as being an artist, it's always a grind. But it's important just to show love to those people that give their all, at all times. It is 1:29 p.m. on a Monday. Happy Monday to all my peoples. And we are interviewing an amazing artist today. And it's an amazing experience. And just remember, if you don't know anything about me, Talks with AQ is I would like to say a sub-podcast of Inspired by AQ, which is a channel that I kind of made back in the day, which is motivation through life experiences. So if you're not feeling motivated today, excuse me, if you're not feeling motivated, today is your day to be motivated, okay? Today is your day to be motivated. And also, stay hydrated today. Water's important, H2O. We're going to be waiting just a bit for our special guest to return and handle some things. That's okay. We are out here. When this episode drops on YouTube, just remember to show love and share love to an amazing artist and his music as well. And who knows, I might even show some snippets of his stuff while he's not here, just so that you can get a feel for the type of artist that he is, okay? And hopefully there may be some tracks on YouTube that we can possibly access, just so that we can, show that love to him, okay? It's kind of crazy just to think, man. I remember some tracks back in the day with music that he created that I really vibe with. You gotta love the power of creativity. Creativity is everything. If you're able to put your creativity in what you do, man, it really just changes everything you're doing. All right. Changes everything. Changes the whole dynamic. Oh man, hold on. Just trying to check on if we have it on here. Oh wait. Please remember to give us a follow or subscribe to Inspired by AQ so that you can get all of your access and needs immediately. We are streaming from StreamYard, so this is our home for now, just to get all of these podcasts out and all of these great videos. If you like this video, please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, because all of those actions actually help this channel grow as a whole. And who knows, if this does well, you might see a podcast episode every Monday at a regularly scheduled time, possibly 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock or whichever time I feel. Okay, this is the episode for the people who have been asking. Okay, we're gonna have special guests all year round, so please be sure just to tap in and click in with us immediately. Okay, immediately. It's the way we should be, right? Always. 365 days a year. You know what I'm saying? great time to be here and live here in our mind. Yes. Man, it's a crazy Monday today, guys. I kind of woke up this morning with a thought on my mind. What did I do today? We went to the dentist today, man. It was a great day. Just getting those teeth clean, you know what I'm saying? Fresh new day. Relax and reset. Let me not forget to mention Happy New Year 2024 to the podcast Talks with AQ. It has been a few years, not actually a few years, I would say about a year since I actually uploaded a podcast episode. And it's one of those things that, you know, really have to go back to that. Since I haven't done this in a while, it's time to rework that muscle and get back to talking with all of my people who enjoy the pod, who love the pod, and also enjoy what I like to talk about as far as motivation. If you've been feeling not motivated today, all I gotta tell you is, man, get up, go outside, put on a jacket, and, you know, breathe some fresh air. Feel the good energy, feel the good vibes. And feel as if you're doing something out there. You're making an impact. You're making a difference. That's really what matters at the end of the day. Okay. Live your life and live your truth. That's really the big thing. The big thing that, you know, I want you guys to grasp in life, man. And embrace who you are. Love who you are. Make a difference out there. Make an impact. Be the person you are supposed to be. Okay? We have to be the person that, you know, that matters. You know what I'm saying? All right. We are returning to our regular scheduled time. Commercial break. We have TKF back here with us.
My bad, bro. You ever plan something and then nobody and their mama need you? Like,
yeah, all the time.
I mean, I didn't even know. It's some house stuff going on, shower stuff going on. Had a maintenance man come through for the one time.
I got you.
But what was I talking about? I feel like the last thing you asked me was what's upcoming.
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we went over like a couple of different things before you departed with us. But you're back, so we can continue to move on. It's all good. So let me just bring up another question for you. So just to get you to think, what kind of impact do you want to make on the world, or do you hope to make on the world?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked
that you're
this
doing.
question.
You know, the stage is yours, my friend.
I love this question. Because for me, it's so simple, bro. And a lot of people don't understand what's going on. Like, I don't even like saying it because it makes me sound like a conspiracy theorist or some weirdo. Like,
Right.
But not even that. Like, bro, music is dying, like slowly and surely, and just in the sense. But that's just one thing. But music is dying in the sense that it's becoming noise. Like, songs are going viral that don't make sense. Yeah. Songs are going viral that don't even sound good. Yeah. And people don't realize that I'm not hating on nobody. Please get your bag for making a song that don't make sense. I wish I was you. But like, you don't realize that's becoming mainstream. Like, your lack of energy and all that, just like that one little moment is becoming mainstream. There are so many songs where people are just like throwing whatever out because it can be bought. And like, we're losing albums that should have been made. We're losing joint collaborations that could have been made. We're losing real artists that all the real artists are becoming people who just want to work until they die. Like, it's all becoming reversed because, like, how am I gonna get famous for making something that's real, true, and authentic when somebody over here can make a song about Friday and it changed their life? And that song is terrible. Everybody know that song is bad. Rebecca, do your thing, no. You feel me?
Do your thing, though.
But it's just like, that song is awful, and look, she's stunting now. But that's not the point or nothing. My impact in the world is, I only brought up music because it ties into my true impact. I want to make people feel. People are becoming more emotionless and numb because Society is winning. Social media is winning. All these things are winning to make us forget our humanity and the fact that we breathe in and out through our lungs every single day. Like, people are forgetting that all we need to do is take it day by day. Some people don't plan a vacation or a party or a wedding or something in the future that they're trying to get to, instead of having today and being like, wow, what did I do today that I can be proud of?
Right.
But and when they get, and if they do give themselves that credit to be like, what did I do today to be proud of? They'll be like, nothing, because I didn't make no money, or I didn't make no, like, I didn't do nothing big. Like, my nigga, you got out the bed.
Yeah, you got out the bed.
It's people who are literally so either in a deep depression that they can't move, or they physically cannot move. Hospice type vibes. Like, you got out the bed. And you can't even give yourself that credit, because that's not a big S-ring achievement. Like, people are losing that. And I feel like in the conversations that I will invoke, the artistry that I will portray, and the energy that I will put out and demand, I can't do nothing but make those people who are around me feel themselves. Like, in the sense that you are the greatest thing that could ever happen to you in your life. You are so powerful. And like, if you ain't spiritual, we ain't even got to get that deep. If you're spiritual, you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know.
Right.
But like,
you know.
You're the best thing that can happen to you, because everything in your life is your fault. And I'm not saying all the traumas that you face is on you. You can't beat generational trauma. How generational trauma gonna be your fault? But I'm saying everything then thereafter is on you. You can either learn from it or run from it. And we all done seen that movie. Like the Lion King. Oh man, see, and that's another thing. I'm gonna give y'all a little sidebar, a little rant. Y'all gotta stop watching animated movies thinking it's cute cartoons. I'm so tired of it. Y'all are missing all these life lessons. And that's why, like, a lot of y'all don't get it. Like, y'all looking at Disney and all this thinking like, ooh, princesses, ooh, animals that are talking, ooh, magic. Like, no, these are stories of trauma going on. Every single story you have seen is a traumatic, something traumatic happens. They go through, they got to realize who they are before they can help anybody, and then boom, bam, beam. They help everybody.
Exactly.
Why you can't do that for yourself? You want Woody to live his own life so bad, you forgot about yours.
That is a bar quote.
But my thing is, I just want to make people feel, because people are losing the fact that, like, man, we only get this one life. You only get this one chance to be human. You know, I mean, reincarnation is, if you into that, be into that. If you know, you know. But I'm saying, like, you only get this one chance to be this you. Like, this is the only time I'm gonna be Aleek in my life ever. So that's why it's okay for me. I can be the kid, I can be TKF, I can be any name I want to put on myself. But because Aleek was put on me, I didn't name myself that. I don't know who I am when you know what I'm saying. But if you know, you know. I ain't gonna say too much, because I can't be beating dead horses. That's one thing we are doing this year. Like, it's too much information in your face if you don't get it by now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
exactly.
We gotta make people feel, make them feel.
Yeah, great answer. That was great. I think, words to live by, man. Live every day like it's your last. We only got one life to live, and life is very short.
But see, I got a little flip to that.
Okay, you got flip. Hold on.
Live every day like it's your first.
Ooh, okay.
Not like it's your last. If it's your last, you check in. But see, I feel like I like that little flip, because there's so much discovery in the first day. Like, if you're doing it like it's your last, you're doing a bunch of stuff that you've been dying to do, waiting to do, longing to do. But if it's your first day, you don't know what to do. You just doing whatever feels natural. So, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. Live life like your first day. When you first came out. First popped out on the stage.
That's a bar too.
Fresh out the womb. Here we go. Whoop, whoop. I'm here. Okay. Man.
That's crazy.
That on TikTok clipped up just now.
That boy's that first day. First day out. No T Grizzly.
No T Grizzly. All right, man. Moving on. Now, we're gonna take a step back from the music. We're gonna talk about something else. All right. Now you've done plenty of different things. You're a man of all trades, jack of all trades, like I like to say, Renaissance man. Okay. Because I know today our Renaissance era is coming, and they're gonna want people like us to step up to the plate. You know what I'm saying, quote unquote. So you are a Renaissance man in today's era. Talk to us a little bit about how you got into acting. Okay.
Oof, so bro, I love telling the story because it's so funny. Like, I mean, those who have been with me, like as a theater major or whatever, and when it comes to acting, they'll be able to know this fact about me. But because like when it came down to it, like I don't know many shows. I don't know like too much about like a bunch of musicals or Broadway shows or straight plays. Like I just know what I know and I like what I like. But coming up, like I never wanted to do drama, acting, theater, none of that. Like it was not my thing. I was in choir and we were doing the show Hairspray. And people auditioned, but not enough people auditioned for the ensemble, so they needed more people. And basically, my choir teacher. Wait, can you hear me? Oh yeah, my choir teacher was pretty much just like, if y'all want to be in Hairspray, you don't even gotta ask. You know what I'm saying? They need singers, so all you gotta do is just go in, and then you'll be good. And you'll be in the play. And so everybody was putting their hands up or whatever, whatnot. And I'm just chilling. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. What am I doing this for? Like, I mean, it would be cool, but like, what am I doing this for? And then, so my teacher looks at me and he's like, do you want to be in it? And I'm like, no, I'm good on that. And he was like, yeah, that was rhetorical. You're definitely going to be in it. What are you talking about? And for me, like that choir teacher, his name was Mr. Jackson. He was kind of like a mentor to me, not in a sense of like life, but he taught me about like the like immediate fundamentals of choir. Like he taught me how to love classical music and how to appreciate harmonies and stuff. So whenever it came to fine arts, his say on what I should do, I took it into account, even if I didn't want to do it. So began doing Hairspray and all that. And then out of nowhere, it all feels so natural. Like all we doing is dancing and singing all day. I gotta remember stuff and I don't even got no lines, so I'm really out here able to do whatever. And they giving me the creative freedom. They're giving me the creative freedom to just be in the world. But of course, I was obnoxious because I was a kid. But like I was still on my own, just fitting in the world. Like it was all so natural. And so we did the show, closed it out. It was crazy. And at the end of it, we did like the last show, and I'm talking to my teacher, one of my teachers, and he's like, so when you gonna take this serious? Cause like, do you see what you just did? I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I ain't even noticed. I'm just up there living my life, doing my thing. He was just like, you as a random ensemble character, you got to dance with the main character in the final dance of the show, and y'all was killing it. And like you ain't know you was killing it. Like they was looking at you and the main character, like not even you so much as in like you like stealing the show, but you're bringing so much energy that you're letting them be in the world. And I'm like, damn, I did that.
Wow.
I did that. Okay, cool. So after that, that's when I started dabbling more into drama and stuff. But like I said, I never really cared for it. So I wasn't like that fanatic. Like I could have been great if I really cared about like watching plays and reading musical or all that stuff. Like, but I just saw the shows that we did and was cool. But what really solidified it for me, well, one of the biggest things that solidified it for me, we did Cats and we did Raisin in the Sun. Cats helps because like that musical was so weird and so awkward, and we made it. Yeah, that thing is like a fever dream, bro. Like looking back on it, I'm so glad that I don't have any footage of that, other than this double cartwheel thing we did because I was that twin. Like, but like everything else was just weird. I was walking around like a cat, bro. Like. It was really, I really let them get me, bro. They got me.
They got you.
I had a wig on, everything. My pictures don't look that, or they do look that bad. But like the shit we was doing, bro, it was weird. And but being that weird and that outlandish, stepping that far out of myself to be a character that's a cat, that shit was cool. It was cool because it was weird.
Right.
And what made it even cooler is we had kids in that show. So like kids, like they dressed up as their own like little cat or whatever. And like the kids was fucking with me as a cat. So it really put me more so in like youth theater, because like just being a character and kids loving it and like feeling just forgetting who I am, because all them kids saw me before I put that stuff on. Right. But then when I put it on, they're just like, oh my gosh, it's the character. That's so cool, bro. That was so cool. And then being in a Raisin in the Sun, that's when I learned like the true fundamentals of what acting could be. Not like how well you can do acting. It's just like how well can you feel it. Because there was this one moment, if you've seen A Raisin in the Sun, there's this scene where Sidney Poitier, or the main character, the male, he's like ranting at the kitchen table about how broke they are or whatever the fuck, and everybody else trying to live their normal day life, but he tired of living that normal day life. He done. So his wife comes up to him and gives him some eggs or whatever. He's still ranting, and it gets to a point where she's like, eat your eggs, and he's like, damn these eggs, damn all the eggs that ever was. And so I'm in high school. That's weird as fuck to say. Right. I can't say that and be serious. Damn all these eggs. Damn all the eggs. Like, I'm like, so we in rehearsal, and it come to where I have to say those lines, and I'm telling Deshaun and everybody, like, I'm like, bro, I can't. But if I say this, I'm gonna laugh, and he gonna get mad. But I don't know what else to do. And they're like, bro, you gotta just say your lines. You know them, so just try to do it. So we in the scene, and she said her line. And I'm like, damn these eggs. Damn all the eggs that ever was. And I start laughing, so everybody start laughing. And my teacher sitting there, stone cold face, doesn't change his emotion, doesn't move in his seat. He doesn't even seem like he skipped a breath or nothing. He just said, stop. He was calm voice. He didn't even scream. He said, stop, do it again. And he literally made me do it again until I got angry, because I'm just like, this is annoying now. Like, why you keep asking me to say this? This is dumb. Like, this is the dumbest sentence I've ever had to say. And then he knows that I'm getting frustrated with him, but he just like, do it again. Do it again. And then finally I'm like, damn these eggs. Damn all the eggs that ever was. And he's like, that. Why weren't you that angry before?
You have done it, my son.
That's as angry as you should have been this whole time. And he was like, I ain't gonna lie. It was funny in the beginning, but you really needed to understand that that's as angry as you need to be. Like, even if it is funny, you need to be that mad still. And after that, all they had to do was say it was theater. A GTC came. I was looking at every college trying to figure out what I was going to do. Because without acting, I would have never went to college. Like, I tried to go to West Georgia or something. I'm glad I didn't. But they hit me with like a 3-month program. I don't know if my grades was too low or whatever, but it was like, it was like, you can come over for 3 months and then like see what it's like, and then after that you can apply next year. I'm like, huh? What do you mean apply next year? That's crazy. So after that, I realized that Deshaun said he was going to Piedmont, and then Nick was already at Piedmont, so I started asking them questions and filled out an application, and then Piedmont, you know how Piedmont do? They call you. They're not even for the play. Oh, you're coming. You can come here.
We want you.
And then going to Piedmont, and then the acting from Piedmont. I'm not. This would be so arrogant and outlandish to say, but I learned so much from Piedmont. But Piedmont didn't teach me anything but professional fundamentals. And given the roles that they allowed me to play, that's what allowed me to deepen my, like, what I need to know and learn to be like an actor who can portray certain roles. Because I'm not saying, I ain't gonna ever sit here and say I was the best, because I didn't think I did as well as other people think I did. But I know for a fact, ain't nobody ever matched my passion, like ever. Like, that's not even a flex. That's not to say I'm more passionate than everybody who was there, but I was there in a sense that, like, dang, I get to be in a play. I get to be in a play in college. I get to go to college. Right. I get to be in a play in college with my friends. Like, I get to sing with this entire choir with an organ behind us, bro. Like, every day for me was fire. Like, that was life. I appreciated that then so much. because I'm not doing that now, and it's all I want to do. Like some people just like wanted to go to school, get their degrees, and then just say they have a degree. But now, like those little moments of just connecting with people in a theatrical or just fine arts way, that's unmatched, bro. That's entirely unmatched. So when it came down to it, every single day that I was there, I put my all in, and that's why I'll forever be in love with Chicago. I'll forever be in love with Invisible Man and some shows we did. Cause that note I held in Chicago, bro, it's so
that was great.
Like I don't even care about how long I held it. It's like time stopped and sound. I couldn't hear nothing. It was like it was all muted. Only thing I could see was everybody just standing there. It's like I had an out of body experience.
Yeah, man.
And it's like I'm just watching y'all stand up while I hold this note. And it was so otherworldly that it's like it cemented the fact that I can't let that part of my life go. I'm disappointed in the fact that I don't dabble in it as much as I used to, because I relied on the crutches that were around me to get me there, like Piedmont and high school and all that, blah, blah. But I'm glad I had those moments so that I can know that I have something. Because a lot of people just, hey, I ain't gonna lie, and y'all know who I am if y'all ever see this. A lot of people are just out here doing stuff.
Just doing.
Like you could have went to college for something entirely different, but you chose theater and they let you. You wasn't supposed to. But hey, I ain't mad at you. You probably got a degree. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I feel like that's as far as my acting journey goes, because after Piedmont, I didn't really do too much, even though I've been aching to. I want to get into voice acting and so much more. Like I want to do a lot of stuff.
It's never too late, man.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna dabble in that field. I want to set myself up right and learn how to do more with my voice, because I can do different voices and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like, I want to be able to do slight impersonations and actually know how to play with the range of my like vocal voice, not like singing, but like talking with it. You know?
Yeah. Okay. More like getting that practice in, ironing out your fixing your sword. You know what I'm saying?
And making sure I know where I'm at, because I know I can do a little bit like more than the average person can do with their voice. So I might be a little bit more advanced than I think I am. Go out here and try to learn fundamentals for no reason.
For sure. Using your fundamentals to get through. Yeah, for sure. Oh man, that was great. You did that. You took us into the realm of your journey and all that with acting.
Life is crazy, bro.
Sure, inspiration. Because I remember Chicago. I remember that note. You just took me. I was like, oh man, I remember that. That man did that.
One of the greatest moments of my life. And
give them the old razzle dazzle. Remember that?
gloves,
man.
Bro.
Oh, they had them gloves, boy. Had the suit. Don't forget the suit.
That suit was crazy.
Oh man. All right. Hey, man. Let's move on. Damn, that was really good. I don't even know how to carry it off from there. Hey, Speechless, did that. All right. Oh man, so actor, musician, done did it all, man. Now there is a what if scenario. I probably like to share the audience, man. There was a time when me and this man potentially could have been in a show together. The what ifs of all time.
Shaking my head. Shaking my head.
The show was I would say it was a Muhammad Ali inspired show. I was looking forward to this, man. This man was gonna be the narrator. I had made the music. It would have been the craziest thing of all time.
It was gonna be legendary, bro. But
it's gonna be legendary. But sadly, it didn't happen. But I had to channel my inner Aleek when I had to play. But it's one of those things. I was like, man, I look back, I was like, dang, that could have been crazy. That could have been a crazy moment.
Man, that whole year was just well, not that whole year. That semester was just avalanche of disappointments for me.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Moving on to our next question is, what is the obstacles that you have faced? I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up. What are the obstacles you have faced Go ahead, go straight into that year.
Oh well,
I think it's what you can share. What you can share.
Yeah, since we talking about that, I'm gonna bring up that obstacle first. That semester, like I said, just an avalanche of disappointments for me because I was not doing anything that I was supposed to be doing.
Right.
I was enjoying my freedom so much to a point that like it's not that I wasn't capable of doing the work. I was just choosing not to. And I was living, I ain't gonna lie, it was like a little Archer moment. I was doing everything wrong, but all the good stuff was happening. So I got lost in it and I was like, okay, we out here. I don't need to do my homework. What we talking about?
We talking about homework. We talking about practice. Nobody need practice.
So,
homework.
It got to the point just to where like they announced the season or whatever, and then there was a chorus line and there was Kathy's show, Muhammad Ali. And when I say I was lit, I was excited. I was like, yeah, I know somewhere I'm gonna be in there. I might not be Muhammad Ali, I might be his brother or something.
Right.
So we go to auditions, man. I'm auditioning my life away, auditioning for every show, making sure I'm on my P's and Q's, knowing I'm doing better than most of the people around me only because I care. Y'all trying to get a part. I'm having a good time. Like
exactly.
But so all that comes around, next thing you know. And then I'm having conversations with my professors, and they're like, well, my professors were the directors for the show. So really just the directors. And they're saying like, hey man, for this show, I'm gonna really need you. So hey, we about to do it big. We're gonna get right. You know what I'm saying? But they're not saying like they need me for big roles. They just know my passion. They know I'm finna bring it. Yeah. So it gets to the point to where a chorus line, we have the auditions or whatever, and then the cast list goes up. And I'm with Deshaun and I think 2 other people or whatever. But we walk back. And I'm over here, I'm anxious. And I don't know why I'm anxious, because I usually know I'm getting a part. So I don't even care. Like I know my name's gonna be on it, but for this time, I'm anxious. So I walk up to it and like I'm with Deshaun and I'm like, bruh, I can't even look at it, bro. Just tell me if I'm on there or not. And then he don't say nothing. So as he's silent, because I'm expecting you right here. You know what I'm saying? Just a casual, he don't say nothing. So after I get the silence, I look up, bro. I looked that list up and down like 8-9 times, looking for my name, hoping it was under some fine print, looking to see if they got a name wrong and it was supposed to be mine. I'm just looking. And I'm looking to the point to where like so many people are walking up and looking at this cast list, hooray, walking away, and I'm still there, stuck, frozen. To the point to where Deshaun had to literally grab me and pull me and be like, hey, man, come on. Like, come on. It is what it is. So at this point, I'm frozen because, like, I guess it's like an ego thing. It's like I ain't never been in a play, especially a play I know I was supposed to be in. And then for 2, it's just like a responsibility thing because I know exactly why I'm not in this play. It has nothing to do with talent. It's the fact that my grades suck and they can't let me be in this play. And then for 3, it's just embarrassment because like everybody's just watched me get stuck. So at this point, I'm still stuck. So I don't even want to say nothing. But this is why I fumbled the bag in terms of my self-care. Yeah. Whenever we were going to look at the cast list initially, I left my book bag in Bill's office. You know how Bill's office was set up. Yeah. I should have took it with me because as soon as we went back in there to get it, I guess Bill saw my face and I was real numb, like because I was fighting off a waterfall of just emotions, not even just tears, just emotions. Yeah. And I go to grab my book bag and Bill's like, "Hey man, Aleek, it's not because of your talent, right?" And I'm like, as soon as he said that, because and it wasn't the fact that like I didn't make the play or the fact that he was trying to coddle me or whatever. It was the fact that he affirmed what I already knew. Like I knew I failed myself and all of my peers and my professors when it came to this. So like as soon as he said that, I'm like, boom, bing, bing, tear, 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 tear. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when he really like told me that like I could really like do this for real if I really wanted to. Like I could go to New York or Broadway.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm gonna be something immediately, but if I audition, I can be in something and work my way up. And he said not too many people can do that because too many people have what it takes to risk it all for that. Like, cause for me, I'll throw everything away and go somewhere. It don't even matter.
For sure.
But he also told me, he was like, okay, but I'm gonna need you to get your grades up, get your grades right, because Kathy gonna need you. And I'm like, oh, that it mattered for Kathy's show too. And I'm like, all right, bet, cool. So I'm doing what I can, trying to get my grades right or whatever. Audition for that show, and we did the circle thing where we did the freestyle thing. I'm lit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love the creative energy that's happening right now. Kathy list come out. Whew. I ain't even gonna look. I was I'm like, not finna catch me twice.
Not gonna catch me slipping.
So Deshaun was like, yeah, man. And then I went up to Kathy herself and I'm like, man, look, I am actually no, that ain't even what happened. That ain't even what happened. At that point in time, a lot was going on and I couldn't be in school no more. Yeah. Well, I couldn't be in school. Basically what happened was my father died. It was real wild for me.
Yeah. So
it was real wild for me because there was a moment when I found out because my dad passed away when he was in a coma, like back when I was in school. But it was a pull the plug type of situation. Yeah. But whenever that was going down, there was a moment in time where my stepmom called me, and let's just say somebody in my family didn't think she should have told me. But like, I found that very traumatic because like, what if y'all didn't tell me? I would have just been out here thinking, and in reality, So I'm just like, that's just really weird for me. And I would have been there if I wasn't here in school. The guilt and that anxiety that doesn't have any logic because I'm in school doing what's best for me. Like if I was home, I would be doing nothing but just being there. So like it not even making sense, but just the beating myself up. Like if I was there, I could have been there type of situation. And that just really got in my head. And because I had that moment where I took time off from school and I came back. But when I came back, I didn't do my financial aid initially. Yeah. So I had to go to the financial aid office and try to fill it out so I could have it make my tuition less. But every day I walked up to that office, bro, I just could not go in. It was like a force field or something. I would just stand outside for like an hour or two and I just leave. And then on the last day, bro, I had to make a choice. I was like, look, are we staying in school? Or are we doing something else? Because we can't keep standing in front of this day. Like this is the last day. Like we got like an hour left before we can go in there. Yeah. And I don't know I don't regret it, but I think about it all the time. Like that was definitely in some universe. I went to that financial aid office and stayed in school and graduated, blah, blah, blah. But I chose not to. That was definitely the what if, what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the what ifs.
And that was around the time where I straight up told Kathy, I was like, yeah, Kathy, I just made a decision to where like I'm not gonna be here. And I'm sorry that I don't want to mess up the show or nothing. And that's why I'm telling you before we do anything, because like I don't even know if I would be eligible to be in a show. So it's just everything's too much. And she understood. But to this day, bro, I think about well, I should have been in that whole year of shows. I should have helped. I should have had my shit together to where I could have been a part of it. And it doesn't haunt me in the sense of like, I wish. It haunts me in the sense of like, man, we could have did something great. We could have did, and not we could have did something great because y'all did do something great. I could have been a part of something great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most definitely, for sure.
But dang, that's just that one obstacle, and I just rambled on.
But that was a lot of gems.
To make matters simple, my biggest obstacle in my life is me. I be thinking about so much and not allowing myself to be human enough. I be thinking about what my family gonna think. I be thinking about what my friends gonna think. I be thinking about what my friends who actually listen to music and know how to do music well gonna think. I'd be worried about what a random person who might stumble across this gonna think, or wonder what label's gonna think. I am always worrying about what somebody thinks of me. And like, I don't even know why, because in reality, my everyday personage walking about, I don't care. But when it comes to this social media competition of just putting our music out or whatever, it just sends me into this spiral of anxiety. And it's just like, yo, why am I doing this? Should I get like a full-time job and just like chill out real quick? You know what I'm saying? But once I get to the moments that remind me who I am, like doing that Christmas concert, being in a studio, even if it's in somebody's room, like just having small moments to where I create something of my own, and always brings me back to the reality of that's what I was meant to do. I wasn't meant to do nothing else but be a creator. Only in a sense that, like, I've had so many people in my life tell me that them seeing me create helped them get closer to creating freely. Because I mean, like, nobody else can really guide you to freedom in creation. They can just only show you a way that they create freely enough for you to get over yourself and then find your own way. And that's really what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? I like to make people feel, but I also got to help people get over themselves. It's just like, bro, what are you worried about? You're 20, you're 28, you're 26, you're 23. Yeah. What are you worried about? You know what I'm saying? You're 23 with no kids, and you out here worrying about what you should be doing. Nigga, do whatever you want.
Yeah, do whatever you need to do. Come on. Do whatever you need to do. You're right. Do whatever you need to do.
Because it's just like, bro, people really, like, none of us humans, like even me, myself, we don't really pay attention to what this sentence means. But you could be gone tomorrow.
Exactly.
And that do not mean dead. You could be paralyzed tomorrow.
Exactly.
You could be anything can happen to you tomorrow that will alter your life in a small enough way for you shit to go left. Mm-hmm. You could lose a foot and have to hobble for the rest of your life. Like, because people think you is just your body. Every part of you, if you lose a finger, a piece of you is gone. Yeah. A piece of you, everything that is on you is you. Everything that's in you is you. But like, we programmed to just be less of ourselves and be what social media requires. So my biggest obstacle is me, and I've been slowly getting out of my way. That's why I haven't been putting music out, because I'm realizing that if I'm in my way and also try to put things out, isn't that me playing defense on myself already?
For sure.
I'm blocking myself. I'm boxing myself out.
Player one against player one.
Come on now, that's like that Michael Jordan commercial.
Yes, exactly, exactly, right there. You're not playing against yourself. You playing on extra difficult.
Hall of Fame.
Lethal mode. Like what? Hold on.
Boy, playing on realistic.
No VR. It's real life. In reality, not virtual. In reality. Sick. Right? Oh my goodness, man. It's great to hear that you have progressed, through them obstacles. Just going back to when you were talking about, the passing of a relative, I definitely can relate to that, because I know my freshman year of high school, I lost my grandfather. That really was like the catapult to, pushing me in a way to, doing what I love, because initially I wasn't really doing music like that. But it's definitely one of those turning points in your life that makes you really just make that decision, like, am I going to continue this, or am I going to do something else? And because my life be.
Because the biggest thing for me when my dad passed, it was just like, will my dad want me to do what makes other people happy, or would my dad want me doing whatever I want to do? And I had to, and I think when I was in front of the financial aid building, I'm just sitting there panning my whole life thinking of what my father would want me to do. Because it's just like, my whole life, he's always invoked in me to be my own person. Like, anytime he gave me money, this is my money. It's not my money that I'm giving you. It's not no money that you give your mama and your grandma. No, this is your money. You can save it. You can spend it. You can spend it all on junk food, toy. It don't matter. And that right there, that little sense of something taught me money management. Without that, I mean, I ain't saying I got the best money management right now, but I'm saying as a child growing up, like, I learned that money needs to be managed. It's not just something you get and it's gone.
Exactly.
So that, like you said, it catapulted me right into the lane of who am I, not who am I for them.
Yes. And you know that this leads on to a question I ask everybody: Who are you? Who are you, man? You're asking the questions for me at this point. Who are we? Who are you? What makes you you at the end of the day, man? So here's,
Uh,
I would say this is like the one of the final questions for you today. Is
okay.
who are you, Aleek Reed? Who are you, TKF? Who are you, the kid? As of this moment in 2024, who are you and who do you hope to be at the end of this year? I know we just started it, but this is just a thought you can think about. Take a second to think about the answer.
All right, I'm gonna put it in a sentence and then I'm gonna elaborate on it. I'm gonna try to say it right because it's something I heard somebody else say, but I am a embodiment of light. I am a soul in a physical body. My purpose here is to teach, and my reason for being here is to get back to the other place. Something like that. But pretty much who am I? I am I am a fire.
Mm-hmm.
No matter where I go, no matter who I'm involved with, I will remind any person or enlighten any person on the fact that like we are alive. And I've seen that no matter where I go. And I've always and I know that because there have been moments in my life where I tried to push people away. I tried to get people to like never talk to me, never do anything with me, just leave me alone. All the way down to my best friends. And I'm just like, they don't give me the choice because they see what's in me. They see what I see in myself. Like that's
Right.
what's so crazy. Like when other people around you can also like affirm and see what you see, you can't just have this, you can't just live in this denial of, oh, I'm just average. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And when it comes to how I truly am as a person, I really am a lover boy with a devil's advocate on his shoulder.
Mm.
But that's just, and not even in terms of relationships or romance. That's just in terms of life. Like I love humans. I love life. I love going outside. I love having random conversations about dumb stuff. I love the fact that you can just wake up and watch cartoons or just go to work. Like there's so much possibility in life, and I love it all. But like this devil's advocate on my shoulder just reminds me that there's not much to hate in life, but there's much that can hate or bring hate to you in life.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
I'm really trying to I'm really trying to lock in when it comes to being this teacher because I'm not when it comes to that, I'm not just trying to teach others in my life. I'm also teaching myself every day. It took me 5-6 years to learn how to be kind to myself. Like I used to never give myself compliments or never let myself enjoy something that I've made. I used to immediately critique it because it didn't live up to standards that other people put in my head. Like so it took me it's taken me a while to learn the little things, the simple things, but like all those things are like what's necessary to make the bigger building blocks.
Mm.
So I just try to be a person who believes because not a lot of people believe, not a lot of people dream anymore. I don't want to say I'm a dreamer. I'm a visionary. I don't know. I don't feel like those are the same thing. I feel like people who dream go to sleep. People who envision don't have it can be in any state and form and just see what they want in real time. Like I feel like visionaries bring their like visions to life. Dreams, you don't need to bring a dream to life. That's a whole nother realm.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that dream where it's at, you know what I'm saying? But do what you gotta do.
Right.
But when it boils down to it, in terms of what I really want to do, entertainment wise and passion wise, man, I'm Nick Fury out here, bro. I'm saying it boldly now, bro. I'm assembling the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? I'm assembling the Avengers. I just gotta wait for y'all to realize that y'all got y'all own movies. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's so worried about Age of Ultron and where the Avengers at. What Black Widow movie at? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I need a Captain America movie. I need an Iron Man movie. But I'm not gonna make nobody. That's another thing. And that's why I'm glad I said that teacher thing because even in that feeling of being Nick Fury and wanting to get all the right people in the right place and realize we are what's meant to save music from becoming just noise and audio, I can't make nobody do that. I can't guide nobody to realizing that they have what they see in me. Because so many people have told me in my life that, oh, you got it, bro. You can make it, bro. You can do it, bro. And I'm over here seeing the same things in them, But as soon as I tell them that, they start comparing themselves to me. It's like, why are you doing that? Do you know why I'm good at this? Because this is all I had when I was traumatized. And that's like not even trying to be funny or just anything like that. It's just like I was really, this is what made me happy. So this has become second nature to me. And that second nature looks like it's impressive to you. It looks like it's just coming out of nowhere because it is. I'm allowing myself to just be in a space of something that used to help me cope, but now it's something that I can enjoy as an art form. But you can't comparison. I hate that that's even a word. I hate that that's even something that can be done. Like, why are you worried about what somebody else brings to the table? Are you eating? Did you bring something to the table? If not,
what you bring?
And even if you didn't bring something to the table, I would let you eat here, but not if you don't feel like you worthy enough to be hungry. Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Spoke that.
Not if you feel like you worthy enough, if you not worthy enough to be hungry. Like, cause that's so crazy. Like, bro, being hungry ain't your fault. You're human. You have to eat. But now you over here determining if you're worthy enough to do what it takes to be human. Yeah, I like that. I like that right there. Yeah.
You did that. For sure.
Yeah, but no, I'm just a person who out here breathing every day and believing every day.
As you should, man. We are visionaries, as you said, man. More than dreamers. We have evolved and leveled up in our own ways. Man.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you are the Nick Fury. Some of us are the Mr. Miyagi's of the realm. The Liu Kangs, the masters of the universe. He-Man. I have the power. It is our time, man. Oh, it's our time, man. Stand on business. Keep that foot on the neck, okay?
Oh, for sure.
On your neck, okay? Don't break your neck, but just remember, we here. All right. Now, last but not least, man, where can the people follow you if you want them to, but where can they support you and stay with you on the updates of when you do release certain types of content?
Well, now that I'm stepping more into the realm of doing stuff like this, like I'm so thankful that you brought me out and just allowed me to get my rants off because I do be talking. But I will say for right now, you can follow me on TikTok. It's the Kid Bih, KIDDBIHH. It's all one word. I wish I could type it in, but I can't.
Hold on, I got you.
That's really the only thing that I have is my TikTok is up right now. I mean, I got Facebook and other stuff, but that's just for random posting. So that's not really nothing to follow. But follow my TikTok for sure, because that's where I'm going to be posting more updates about things, because I don't know if I said this in the beginning part when you asked me what's to come, but we're about to start working on a podcast. I'm going to start working on getting everything right so I can really truly make this comic book that I'm trying to make.
Oh, yeah. Talk to us about that comic book real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on.
Well, when it comes to that, it's really a story of self-acceptance. It's pretty like and I don't want to say self-explanatory, but for me, like I said, my name was TKF. In the story, my character, just to put it kind of basic, he has clone magic, so I can make different clones of myself. But within making different clones, they take an aspect of me. So if I make too many clones, I lose myself. And it's pretty much a story of having to realize that each of these pieces of me live their own life for a purpose, but they all got to go back to the one. So I don't want to release too much because
don't talk about too much now.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all we can give you. That's all. That's all we can give you, man. There's no comic book on the way.
Self-acceptance, you know what I'm saying?
Book, manga, it's coming.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to make it into an anime. That's why it's gonna take so much time. That's why like just talking about it is kind of like arbitrary, because it's like you ain't gonna see nothing for a minute. It's kind of like what GTA just did to us. You know what I'm saying?
Hit us with the troll, man.
But I got a podcast on the way. I'm about to get to the point of releasing more music, but look for me in features. I'm gonna touch more on that when it comes
man. We love
on TikTok. Hey, expect me to get a feature with my boy AQ one of these days.
Sure.
You know
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. Most Chelsea, man. All right, this is Talks with AQ, Motivation Through Life Experience. It has been a pleasure with the great TKF, man. Y'all remember, it's down below. Follow at It's the Kid Bih on TikTok immediately.
Appreciate you.
Give him some love, man. He's a hilarious comedian as well. funny on the on the clippings of other TikToks, man, be having me roll. But he also gives you some little gems there if you take a listen and understand, man. There's a meaning to his rhyme. All right, nothing he says is for no reason. All right, you heard it here first, man. Go and support a real artist. That's what Talks with AQ is about, man. It's been a pleasure, my man. This will not be the last time. I may just have you on here just because to talk. Get your podcast chops up. Why not? All right. But then again,
I'm always down.
Yes, of course. But then again, man, this is motivation. I hope y'all felt motivated during this episode because I sure did. There's things I learned. Me and this man go way back. We like brothers at this point.
Hell yeah.
But there are things I didn't even know about that I learned about. I'm motivated today on a Monday. Okay, if you feeling like you having a drag on a Monday, this is your time to listen to this episode right here. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. And thank you once again. You have any final thoughts for us?
All I can just say is be safe, be wise, and stay alive. You know what I'm saying? Man. Just remember to be alive every day. Be kind to yourself, and always go for the things that you think you can't have. Well, nah, actually, I'm gonna double back on that.
Oh, hold on.
Some of y'all want stuff that you don't deserve, like other people. I ain't saying do nothing toxic. I'm just saying believe in yourself enough to chase a dream. Now I'm gonna leave it like that because you know how people do.
That's it. You know how they do. All right. That's all we have for you today. Till next time, Talks with AQ. We out.
Peace.
Inspired by
Motivation. Inspired by AQ. Motivation.
Inspired